Yeah, so if you did watch the previous vlog, I have finished it in exactly the same space, setup, situation. So onwards and upwards with another week, another couple of days. How are you? How's your week going? I'm assuming we are uploaded and it is a Thursday and my week has gone swimmingly. I am embracing feeling good today. I'm hoping that this vlog will be an opportunity to get Andrew to come and sit down with me because we are doing some exciting things this year. I don't want to speak without him or on his behalf, but we have got a dinner this week to chat about a few things. Wedding, something or other, videography perhaps, could be about that. But no, I'll wait to sit down and chat to him about that because he's so passionate about it and he's got a vision in place which makes me feel really confident and comfortable to attempt wedding videography, especially, I mean, I'll probably just end up chatting about it now, but last year Andrew and I got married. It was basically a wedding that was planned in 5 months, if that. So we were so lucky to get the photographer that we wanted to get. That worked out really nice. It was lucky for us, it was a small wedding, nothing crazy, because last minute, especially once they've had the whole summer of weddings and then you're going into like autumn period to then have a mad wedding, I could understand why people might want to say no to us. So I'm hoping that was a big reason why he said yes, that it wasn't too taxing and that we are just so lovely. We are lovely people. But nonetheless, we were so lucky to get a photographer. Videographer, on the other hand, we didn't really have a budget for. My preference at the moment is I find video more exciting than photography at the moment. But as I said, we did get a videographer in the end, and it was someone that has helped Andrew on some jobs before, and he did a really fab job. But I just wish I was a bit more organised and maybe did like a shot list of things that I wanted to get. But this is also a big reason why I'm excited to get into wedding videography, because I just want to be creative and I want to get those shots. And sometimes I feel from a woman's perspective, we maybe go about things a bit differently compared to men. And there are amazing videographers that are men in Norwich, Norfolk, and they're already doing a superb job, to the point where they're probably turning down people because they've got so much work. But the idea of Andrew and I being a husband and wife duo, that's also gives different perspectives and different shots that he might see compared to me. And I really just want to rep women. I have a very creative brain. There are just some shots that I get so excited about getting, and so just anyway, I'm really, really excited about going down that avenue with Andrew. I will make sure there's a section in this vlog for him to have an opportunity to speak, because he is a lot more eloquent than I am. But bottom line is, I'm excited. And another thing I'm excited about is, now that we've got the studio, is I want to pursue my venture, which I pretty much studied in college for, which was portrait photography. It's not that we only studied portrait photography, but I just found my love for portrait photography through studying photography. Does that make sense? Am I waffling? Probably. With that said in mind, I want to go more down the route of child photography, baby photography. I have got my friend booked in, my friend Grace, her lovely daughter, who I finally won over, only took a good 6 months, is turning 1, and which I can't believe that that's happened so soon. And we're going to do a studio controlled first birthday cake smash. She's also having a party where she's also going to do one as well. But I feel like in a studio you can control the lighting, you can get those amazing shots where there's not shadows or people in the way to get the shots that you might want to get. So we are going to do that before she turns 1, and I'm currently putting together a list of things that we might need to get. Backdrops, potentially set building, I've spoken to Andrew about. It's all just so exciting. I also have a few other people in mind that I want to take photos of their babies that aren't quite 1 yet and still new ones. I'm just really excited. I feel like my passion is being ignited for something that I've been wanting to do for many years, but maybe have felt like I haven't had the confidence whenever I have had the opportunity to take photos of kids, and it's been more lifestyle based. So to be in a studio and build sets, choose particular coloramas and props and everything, it's making me excited, and also another opportunity to understand lighting a lot more. A lot is happening this week. Prepping for that, I'm getting my hair done this week, and then following on Monday I'm getting a laser facial. I'm not sure if you can tell or you will see, I've got a sunspot here, and I had it patch test, but it's also got rid of it a bit, but I'm having that lasered off. I'm having a facial that helps with redness, sun damage, which I'm more interested in. I don't like wearing makeup that much, so when I do put a light, I just constantly red cheeks. I'm red all the time and I feel blotchy. So Grace got a new laser machine this year. She is now certified in being able to use that particular laser machine. She had a different one before, and it just offers so many other different things to treat and manage. So I'm definitely pumped for that. Now that I'm in my 30s, I think I'm definitely on the whole skincare, looking after yourself wagon. So I've been working from home for the past couple of days. Well, actually no, I was working from home yesterday and a bit of today, but I am now in the hair salon. I'm at Fur, and Bryony is about to do my hair. The roots are they're evident. But I'm so excited. You know when your ends feel a bit naff? Just want them chopped off, neatened up. It'll be good. So as per usual, Bryony and I just chat away, and I was feeling a bit anxious today, so I was more interested in having a little catch up with her because I haven't seen her since December, but she's done a fabulous job. She's even added some lighter bits at the front because I keep on admiring her blonde balayages that she's doing and is amazing at. I was like, can you do that for me but in ginger? So we've tested a little bit, and I'm a big fan, and when the summer comes around I think I'm going to have a bit more put through, but I feel so fresh and pretty, which is a nice feeling.
I had a dream last night. Did everything I never do in real life. I stepped into a room, told everyone to be quiet, cause I had something to say, blew everybody away. Wear whatever I want, dressed in a gown, everybody's like, why, where you going, nowhere special, just going to the store, I think I'd have it all, tell you why.
Of course a gust of wind comes. It's our first time walking into the office. It's a lovely sunny day. It's supposed to piss it down tomorrow, so we're walking into the office today, and so far so good. I don't want to jinx it. Dogs seem happy, but I had full intentions of just washing my face and shoving some clothes on, and I sat down and I was like, got my hair done yesterday, and I felt inclined to put a full face on, so that did delay us a bit, but so far so good. I've got the one that pulls. Nothing's in there. Oh, okay.
Unless you wanted cheese and pickle.
No, I don't. Whoa! So we tried to go into Co-op on the way because I forgot to get some lunch out of the fridge, some leftovers, but alas, nothing in there that I like. So we're going to have to then cross the road when we get closer and go to Tesco. We're almost there. It's been a success. We went to Tesco to grab some snacks. So far so good. It's been good. Good boy. Wow. And that's not that bad, but yeah, probably another soda. Mum said bicarbonate soda. So I've never dealt with sash windows before. I don't know whether this is a good idea or not because there's some music blasting downstairs. I've had a really good day today. I was going to paint the skirting boards, but Helen took some bits home to do a bit of decorating at home, so I didn't have what I needed So didn't do that, but just carried on with bits that I was doing here anyway. I've been off my antidepressants now for 6 months, or almost 6 months, but in total this is me coming off my antidepressants since I was 16. When I got my hair done yesterday, I felt like I wanted to cry because of how anxious I felt. And Bryony is amazing. She gave me a hug, and her salon and just who she is as a person makes me feel really comfortable. But sometimes you just can't beat that anxious feeling. And I ended up taking some diazepam, which wasn't a massive dose or anything. I literally took 1 tablet, and I think it was 1 milligram, but it just takes the edge off a bit. It is a conversation topic that I wouldn't mind chatting about, as well as something I mentioned a couple of weeks ago, and that is my irrational fear of death since my dad passed. And he passed quite suddenly, and I was really overwhelmed with how many people responded to me when I was openly chatting about it on my Instagram stories, just how common it is and how people feel the same way or have this irrational fear. I even, like, before my dad had passed, before I even knew it was like terminal or anything like that, I was quite content with dying. Or like, just, I've lived a very good life, a very privileged life, and I'm fully aware of that. But I was just kind of like, I can't explain it, but I was just okay. Like, it's all gonna happen. It's gonna happen to all of us. It's a thing, like, we're gonna die. But watching my dad pass away just really, I don't know, just made it even more real, and it is just part of my everyday anxiety. And the more I talk about it, the more I'm kind of like getting more settled. But with coming off my antidepressants, I feel like every week or every month that goes by, I feel more myself. I feel like I feel more. I'm not as numb. I think I've spoken about this anyway, but doing mundane tasks, well, they're not mundane, but like doing things like getting your hair done, getting your nails done, or eyebrows, or whatever, doing something that is self-care but involves you being trapped for a couple of hours or however long it takes, really freaking frightens me, or gives me anxiety. Helen kindly, I think it was today, she invited me to go to London. She had a PR thing, and kindly invited me, and I had to say no, which shit, because it was going to London and it was being away from home overnight, and Andrew not being there. Sometimes if Andrew's there, I still get really bad bouts of anxiety, and I'm slowly trying to push myself, and I know I've put 2 vlogs up now, and both of them are not really me leaving the house that much and coming to the office, because I'm having to acclimatise being in a new space and feeling safe, and we share toilets. So, and I think, again, I've said this, but I haven't edited this vlog yet, so I don't know what I rambled on about, but when I get anxious, I get tummy aches. When I get tummy aches, I get anxious. So it is a bit of a vicious circle. But if I don't get my tummy aches, I get this feeling of, I feel like a child and I could cry. I feel shaky. I feel almost like, it's really weird. I feel sore, like my skin is like sore to touch, and I immensely just feel everything. My day-to-day living is very much apparent, and I want to be on the same wavelength as Helen when I come into the office. Like, she's been coming in loads, and Andrew's been coming in loads, and I'm like, yeah, I'll come into the office later, and sometimes I come in an afternoon or a morning, but then again I'm driving in, and that costs money, and that's not the point. Like, we have this office space, it's not far from home, it's like a half-hour walk. It's obviously not ideal when the weather's not good, but you cater to it. You wear a coat, you put some decent shoes on, we've got coats for the dogs. Like, it's possible, it's doable. I just feel like it's been such a whole process of just settling in, and it's taking me more time than I thought, and that's why I was like, I'm gonna vlog this, because I've been in for the whole afternoon. We're going into early evening now. It's gone 6. The dogs have been in, we walked in today. Like, it's just another box ticked. But I'm fully aware that to the average person walking into work, well, I do that every day. Well, I don't. And it's been hard, but it's also been a massive box ticked. And I just wanted to basically come on and said that I've achieved something today. And I just hope that I get more days like this where all of us are in, all the dogs are in, and we're co-working, and it's a vision that I was looking forward to when we said yes to the office. So woohoo! On to bigger and brighter things. Or more of this would be great. So would you say I have rosacea? I've self-diagnosed myself, but...
No, I don't think so.
Do you not?
No.
I'm so red. Like, I've got a little bit of makeup on. It's literally so red. Do you not think? I've been telling everyone, oh yeah, I've got rosacea.
Did everything I never do in real life. I stepped into a room, told everyone to be quiet, cause I had something to say, blew everybody away. Wear whatever I want, dressed in a gown, everybody's like, where you going? Nowhere special, just going to the store. I think I'd have it all, tell you I have even more. Picking a plate, being a plate, she is unruly. Never seen her like this, didn't think it existed, no truly. Don't get in her way, she's not here to play, she'll get moody. But don't mistake this girl for being me.
Oh, shocker, I'm back in my favourite spot. This is just where the best lighting is, and obviously I want to address Bob and Billy on my face. So, a few things. I've edited the vlog and I'm just kind of like signing it off. It's been a really ranty, constantly sitting down, airing out everything that's kind of going on with me at the moment, and I decided to keep them in because I thought they were important topics that I was talking about, and it could be an opportunity for us to have a bit of dialogue in the comments below. But I had my facial done. So what I will say is that the IPL facial, the one where Amy was, so basically it's Grace's clinic. She had a week off. I think Amy did some training with Grace like last year, and they got on really well, and she does 1 day in the clinic, sometimes 2 days. Amy did my patch test and Amy did my my facial, and she's so lovely and just fits in at the clinic, and she's such a lovely girl. I'm happy that Grace has invited her in and made her part of the club, because she made me feel so at ease. I've really been battling with anxiety a lot, particularly recently, which I'm going to talk about in the next vlog, about what I'm doing to tackle that. But she just made me feel at ease. When I had my patch test, she was like, all right, I'm just going to do the laser, are you okay? And I went, no, I'm just having a bit of a panic. And she was like, no, that's okay, I'll give you a minute and all of this, and just made me feel at ease. She's got a good presence about her, as does Grace, so they're a nice little duo that run that clinic. I did have to bring Andrew along with me, which was nice because he managed to vlog some of it for me, because I wouldn't have been able to with my goggles on. But he rearranged his calls to be there for me. That is how bad my anxiety has been. I didn't want to cancel my facial. I was looking forward to it, but I'm really struggling to leave the house. I'm going to go off on a tangent, so I'm going to stop. Bottom line is, I was comfortable. It was actually quite relaxing. Having that laser done, the one where it goes like that, but the one that has targeted my sunspots, it's not pleasant. I wouldn't say it really hurts. It's just kind of like when you get a hair tie and you fling it back on your wrist, or an elastic band, it's that kind of. But when it's like up one after the other, it's like, whoa, okay, this is an experience. Andrew's currently getting a tattoo lasered off at the moment, and it's a similar, I think it's the same type of laser, but much like more intense. But this is what I'm dealing with. I have actually, it's 3 days after, 2.5 days after, and I have put a little bit of makeup on, and then I've got a Q-tip and kind of just like made sure there wasn't any makeup on it. Obviously makeup, I've only used powder and it's all like natural stuff. So it's not ideal. It's basically, I'm assuming it just breaks up and then it's just coming to the surface. It's pigmentation coming to the surface, so it gets darker and then scabs, and then after the scabbing process, the collagen comes in and repairs your skin. So I'm going to be scabby for a good few more days, maybe a week, maybe more than a week. I'm not entirely sure. It differs from person to person. But I did it. Something else I accomplished this week, although it's like, you know, supposed to be self-care and a luxury thing, I don't know why I get so anxious and make it into a thing rather than something to enjoy, but alas, here we are. I also wanted to note that I was going to get Andrew to come and sit down and we were going to do like a piece to camera and talk about what our plans are for this year, but I might actually do that as like a high production extra video. Now that the studio is so close to being done, I think I might just sit down with him and we'll talk about our venture and being a newly married couple, what we want to achieve this year, what we've got planned for this year and next year. So I am not going to talk too much about it, although I clearly already have, but it's all very, very exciting. Thank you if you've made it this far, as per. If you do fancy following me on this journey, this would be my third video I've consistently done every single Thursday, so I think that deserves some snaps. Do subscribe, like this video, because apparently it helps, and leave a comment if you want to start a bit of dialogue. I would be honoured to have a dialogue with whoever has chosen to click on this video and watch it. That's a big privilege, that. So I shall see you next week. I'll speak to you if I speak to you in the comments. I'm just gonna now. Bye.
This is someone else.